Hi, it's Rabbi Lewis wishing you an early Shabbat shalom. I do apologize for not having a video for last week. I was feeling under the weather, and I guess this week I am over the weather. So I'm going to share with you a couple quick thoughts about the Torah portion. It's a double portion as we actually end Leviticus, and we would say chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek, be strong, and let us be strengthened at the end of every book. But this double portion is Behar-BECHUKOTAI. I think I want to specifically talk about Bechukotai, which means if you follow my laws and do them, then good things will happen. And specifically, the Torah talks about God providing the proper rains and the right seasons and so on. And, the reward for following rules, following laws, seems to be completely explicit and guaranteed. I think through lived experience, we know that you don't always get benefit from being a rule follower. That sometimes we look around and we see advantage going to people who sort of skirt the rules and get rewards that maybe they shouldn't or don't deserve, and you can become embittered as a rule follower. But I think something important would be to remember that the Torah is set up as a doctrine, a good teaching that gives us guidelines to follow. The absolute guarantee of reward should never be expected or assumed, but we can only take accountability for ourselves to do what we feel is right or what we know to be right, and then assume in the long run, in the aggregate, that good will come to us. That a lot of the things that come from ignoring rules become short-term gain and longer-term surus, for lack of a better word. Of course, it's not always the case, but it's never an excuse to ignore the concept of Bechukotai, that rules are put out for fairness, for creating equality, for giving everybody some baseline expectation of how to treat one another and how to treat our world. That even if there is some sort of personal gain and material reward that can come from it, that it's never right to go outside of those boundaries. Trust in process, trust in good systems. I think that's the key of Bechukotai. Trust, but not guarantee. But just because it doesn't always work out perfectly is never a reason to ignore what we know to be true, what we know to be right, what we know to be the doctrine of good teachings like the Torah. So some quick thoughts about that. I hope everybody has a Shabbat shalom. I hope the beautiful weather that's coming to us here as we go through the month of May, heading towards summer, as an opportunity to enjoy. If you have family members that are completing school years, especially if they're completing courses of study, I hope these celebrations are great and enjoyable. Celebrate every opportunity to have pride in the people around you. I know that's something that's important in my house right now. Anyhow, hope to see you real soon. Shabbat shalom.